Where is better to buy real estate in 2025? Chandler or Gilbert? I am getting this question a lot right now, and I will answer it in this video. This is Celina, your favorite Phoenix, Arizona realtor. Not only do I live and play here, but I've been selling houses here for 19 years, and I know Chandler and Gilbert very well. But this is not going to be based on my opinion. I've actually pulled all the data to be able to give you research-based information so you can make an informed decision. So let's get to it. We are comparing the two most popular suburbs in the Phoenix metro, Chandler and Gilbert. We are not going to compare absolutely everything about the two towns. We're only focusing on where it would make a better real estate investment, where would make the most sense to buy a home right now for the short term and the long term. First of all, Chandler and Gilbert are adjacent cities located in the southeast part of the Phoenix metro area. So they're right next to each other. Both cities are family friendly, offer some of the top schools in the state, and have booming local economies. Both cities have been named the best city to live in Arizona for families multiple times through the years. Sometimes Gilbert is ahead of Chandler and vice versa, but they're always on the top 5. Both cities have beautiful master plan communities. Some of them are gated, some of them have lakes, golf courses. Both towns are full of amenities. Both cities have charming and thriving downtown areas as well. So they are very similar. However, they each have their own unique vibe and, of course, difference in affordability and appreciation. When it comes to the average home price, Chandler and Gilbert are both higher than the national average. Chandler has an average home price of $530,000 and Gilbert of $577,000. I've been comparing home prices between Chandler and Gilbert for a while, and there was a time when Chandler was always higher than Gilbert. But now Gilbert has slightly surpassed Chandler. I think it started in the last 5 years or so, where I can see a 5 to 10% higher prices in Gilbert in general, with some exceptions, of course, and I think there's different reasons for this. But I believe that because Gilbert has more new construction and more new built homes, this factor has elevated the price a little bit. And we will talk about why this is the case, why Gilbert has more new construction than Chandler later in this video. Gilbert shows a higher average home price versus Chandler, but in terms of rents, Chandler has a higher average rent. And I am thinking this might be due to the proximity to amenities and having a more urban feel than Gilbert. Both cities are almost always neck to neck in the city rank chart of the Cromford report of the Arizona Regional MLS, which measures the price per square feet and compares it to the year before. As of the time of this video, Chandler is at $293.51 a square foot, and a year ago it was at $279.61 a square foot, which gives us an annual appreciation of 5% for Chandler. Gilbert is at $292.75 a square foot. That's literally an 80-cent difference from Chandler. So both cities, price per square feet, they're both very, very comparable. Less than $1 difference. And a year ago, Gilbert was at $271.23 a square foot. So Gilbert had a 7% annual appreciation from a year ago. According to all the data collected in our MLS and according to this chart, Chandler had a 5% annual appreciation and Gilbert had a 7% annual appreciation. So to all the people that want to keep waiting and waiting and waiting for the market to drop, the market's not going to drop. If you would have bought a house a year ago in any of these two towns, your house would be worth at least 6% more today. Also, last year was a down year, and there was still appreciation. So that only shows you how healthy the real estate market is in these two towns. For this year, 2025, economic experts are saying that 2025 will be 13% better than 2024 in terms of appreciation. For cost of living, both Chandler and Gilbert tend to be slightly higher than the national average. Cost of living, again, both cities are very neck to neck and comparable to each other, but here Chandler has a higher cost of living overall driven by its proximity to Phoenix and Scottsdale and its proximity to major tech employers and its more urban feel in some areas. Also, Chandler has a slight edge because of its layout and easier access to major freeways like the Loop 202 and the I-10. So when we compare the price per square feet, that tells me that in some neighborhoods, you may get more bang for your buck in Gilbert, maybe a larger lot or bigger square feet in a house for the same price as a house in Chandler. One of the biggest differences that I see when I compare these two cities, you can see it yourself too when you look at a map, is that Chandler is landlocked. There is no more land and it will never be bigger than what it is right now, because it is surrounded by Tempe, reservation land, Mesa, and Gilbert in all four directions. There are certain pockets within Chandler where there is new construction happening, of course. They are reusing the land, and maybe used to be a field before, maybe an old building, and they are redeveloping the land, but there is no more space to expand in Chandler. Whereas in Gilbert, which is not landlocked at all, there is a lot of space left to keep growing and expanding eastbound. So that's why in Gilbert, there is much more new construction happening and more new built homes and communities at different stages of construction right now in comparison to Chandler. So if you absolutely want a newly built house, you may find it in Gilbert more over Chandler, especially with larger houses. So it depends on what you're specifically looking for, because although both places are very similar, there are things that one cannot give you over the other because it simply doesn't exist. Both cities are excellent for families. If we want to split hairs, Gilbert consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in the US, which makes it very appealing to families. So which one is right for you, or which city would make the best real estate investment in the short term or long term? Here's my take. Since they are both so comparable, if this is the house that you want to live in, ask yourself if the home is close to work, school, etc. It ultimately depends on your preference and your taste and your priorities. Both cities are incredible options. If you are thinking of buying for you and your family and you were torn, I recommend that you come see both in person. I would take you on a tour and to see both places. You can find out which place resonates with you the most. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you're considering moving to Chandler or Gilbert or anywhere in the Phoenix area, I would love to help you find your dream home. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate content, and comment below which city you think is the best fit for you or which one do you want to explore. I'm Celina Costa, and see you in the next video.